Hello, everybody. My name is Seth, Dungeon Master right now for Cheaper by the Dungeon, and I have Connor.
Hello.
Adam.
Hello.
And Jacob.
Here I am.
Here to play the Newly Players game. It's like the Newlywed Game, but for players, to see who at the table knows each other the best. So first up, Adam, you're going to be in the hot seat, so think of an answer to the question. If you won $1 million in the lottery, what would be the first thing you buy? And Connor and Jacob, write what you think Adam would buy. Adam, do you got an answer?
Yep.
Okay. Connor, you got an answer? Jacob?
I've got a really good answer.
Sure.
Okay.
If they pick
Okay.
something that is cooler than my answer, I'm totally going to pick that.
Well, since we're recording online and we can't see each other physically, you could cheat. Okay, so Connor or Jacob, who wants to go first? Let's say Connor.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking about it, and Adam had this, really awesome minivan for a little bit, and now he's got a work truck. So I thought he might finally buy a half decent vehicle. That's
Wow.
his own vehicle.
Jacob, what do you got?
A mail order wife.
You know what? The
You
first
know.
one never came in the mail. This is something wrong with FedEx.
Oh gosh.
So that you can actually store your funds overseas easily enough, so you don't have to pay taxes on, most things. But
On the bride?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Adam would really appreciate that for a multitude of reasons.
Adam, what was your actual answer?
A semi-hollow body electric guitar.
You won the lottery.
Not even.
I know, but and it's not like that's the
gonna
only thing
buy
I.
it, bro.
It's not actually the only thing I have to buy. It's just the first thing I would buy. And you know what? Actually, all things aside, I'd probably just go buy a double-double. For any non-Canadian listener, that's like a Tim Hortons coffee with 2 cream, 2 sugar. We just call it double-double up here.
Because we're lazy.
That's not bad. Okay, Connor, you're
And
in
I
the hot
wouldn't
seat
tell
now.
anybody. I wouldn't tell anybody about it.
Good call.
Oh, you wouldn't tell anybody? You don't want people coming for you? You
Yeah,
don't want your
man,
friends
I
and
would
family
just-
trying to mooch off you?
I just buy everyone double-doubles all the time.
You're just that guy. That's a good way.
And everyone would be like, "Why is this guy buying me double doubles all the time?
He's already bought me
An
2.
hour ago.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm getting killed over coffee.
Kill him."
The coffee killer.
Okay, Connor, you're in the hot seat. So Connor, as we all know here on the Cheaper by the Dungeon crew, is a chef. So
Sure.
Adam and Jacob, what do you think Connor's signature dish is that he can make? Connor, you got an answer?
I actually know the answer to this.
Okay, I'm excited to hear what comes out of this.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jacob, we'll go with you first this time.
My man Connor makes a mean craft dinner. That's his signature dish. He does.
With the little hot dogs in there, sliced
No.
up.
This guy knows how to the right amount of powder you put in, the right amount of milk.
Are you telling me
This
he doesn't
guy-
use the full packet? Like, he doesn't use the full packet of powder? Like,
He knows how much you need to simmer it for. This guy knows what he's doing. I know. He would bring people over to his trailer back when we used to work at camp, and this would be his signature dish. It's true.
Connor has zero reaction to this.
I'm trying to keep a good poker face on until
Okay.
Adam gives his guess.
Okay, good. Okay, Adam.
Okay, so needs no explanation. Just a pistachio crepe with a honey glaze. Just because he's a family
Connor?
guy, but he is a man of class. So I say, pancakes,
Have you
no.
even met
Crepes,
Connor?
Yes.
Jacob, you know me too well.
Yes. I know.
no!
Like, there was one time, I'm surprised you didn't bring up, there was one time in when we were in university still, like I went over to Jacob's place for a party and
Oh, right.
I was drinking and I ended up making a bunch of craft dinner for people at the party.
A huge
so
pot.
it's-
It was.
To
Like
Adam's
a lot.
credit,
Like
it was with a honey glaze, right?
A
It was
bun-
like in the middle of like a 50-person party.
yeah,
too.
well,
Like,
it was,
he just
like
doing
your
it in
other
the middle of it.
roommates. Your other roommates wanted it, and I was just being a nice guy. I was like, I'm gonna make a craft dinner. a bunch
It was
of it.
crazy.
It was so funny. That's why
I'll never forget that.
So yeah, Jacob's 100% right. 100%. With this whole explanation too. Like he 100% knows it.
Okay. Last up, Jacob, you're in the hot seat. If Jacob could get a second cat, Jacob has a cat named Phoebe. It's very fat. And if Jacob could get a second cat, what would he name it?
I got it.
Adam coming with the confidence here.
Yep. Especially if it's a red cat. If it's or like an orange cat.
Jabe, are you thinking color too, just in case?
Sorry?
Do you have a color of cat you'd like to?
A color of cat? You can't choose a cat color. The cat chooses you.
Somebody
That's a
recently watched Cats. Okay, so Adam, we'll start with you this time.
Pepper 2.0. AKA just Pepper.
Yeah, I never had a pepper in my life, so.
I know, but you
The
want
Hawk
it.
Fox.
Oh, right. The hawk fox is with us right now?
No, it's on the ship. He couldn't come on this dangerous adventure. And,
The horse did.
well, the horses are in a cave right now. That's true, the horses did come. But Connor, what's your answer?
So, based on Jacob's first cat, it has a very like normal person name, and like it's Phoebe, and so I was like, well, Jacob's not really one to go for like a Tinkerbell or Snowball or something or Mittens. It'd be like a regular name. So I just figured, maybe a nice like Jessica if it's a female.
Jacob, what is the answer of your new cat?
Well, if it was a boy, it would have to be Philip, or
Philip and Phoebe?
yeah, or if it was a girl,
Penelope.
or no, it would either be Philip or Milo. Probably Delia really wanted like we had a dog. It'd be Milo and Otis. There's like a movie or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen.
Yeah, Homeward Bound.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
right.
You've never seen Homeward Bound?
All right, time to move on to the podcast.
The shame in your voice.
Well, okay. Thanks for playing along. I think Jacob won because he's the only one who got an answer right. I guess everybody else is wrong. All the
I
time.
always knew I would win. I knew it.
I was a little shocked with the KD answer though.
And he was
I knew.
nailed it.
Do Americans
I know
call
my
it
man
craft dinner?
Connor.
Do they call it craft dinner?
No, no, it's
I guess it's just macaroni and cheese for American listeners, right?
yeah. Well, the company's the same, but it's like different packaging. I think it's just called mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. Well, that we call it craft dinner in Canada. Yes. And double up, man. You're learning so many Canadian slangs. Other people, if you're not in Canada.
That's so strange. The confidence they have in their own brand to say, this is our dinner. It's like craft dinner.
This is the only dinner, especially for Connor, apparently.
Look, I still eat them pretty regularly.
Not gonna lie, Connor's kids are just eating craft dinner alone.
Oh, I will clarify this. The Canadian craft dinner versus like the American mac and cheese are taste completely different. I've heard multiple cases of like Canadians bringing Canadian craft dinner to the States and blowing Americans' minds because it tastes like so much better. So if you're thinking
Canadian
like that
cheese,
American
man.
craft like mac and cheese, don't get that out of your head. That's not the same thing.
Connor would go to like a state fair and then like for a mac and cheese competition, and he'd end up winning with just craft dinner. That's how
It's like,
confident my man is.
This was a pie bake-off, and you're like, nah, I've got a bowl of KD and a fresh silver spoon. Dig
Or a
in,
pot
make
pie.
it like-
A pot pie with KD inside. Now that would be good.
I had a grilled cheese recently that was only like craft dinner inside. It was really good.
Man,
That's
bring
what
it
I'm
on.
saying.
What did we record this podcast for? Let's just go eat.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in.
Welcome to Four Friends Doing Friend Stuff. And no, we are a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. This bit was longer than I thought. But anyways, we'll get right into it and stop boring you with talks of mac and cheese, unless
Hey,
that's
it's
what you're
not boring,
into. In what if you're into that, then check out our other podcast, For Friends Doing Friends Stuff. Okay, so
I can't wait to join that podcast.
yeah, now we have
Finally,
to
when
now we have
I'm
to
on
actually
it.
make it or take the name so we have it in the back.
You know what? I'm looking it up right now.
Recap. So, last episode, they fought their way up to the top of the cliff, the top of the mountain, while fighting Mechanos creatures along the way. There was also bright flashes of light that were coming from a tower in the middle of this valley. To give you a better idea, I think I described it poorly in the last episode, but basically, the mountains are in a ring, and actually the flat tops of them, they're not like craggy or like normal mountain shaped. They've all been flattened out, so it's a just flat ring around. And then just like a bowl, it kind of descends the slopes down into like a valley. So it looks like just a giant mountain bowl, essentially. The boys made it to the top. They were getting cornered from the left and right sides with Mechanos robots charging in to potentially capture them, is what they heard. But as a volley barrage of magic missiles came to them, Zippy tanked it in his eagle form. Leslie got shot, and it seemed like he had a bit of Mechanos material underneath his clothes for some reason. And then Connor found out he had a new little bit on his sword all of a sudden. But the guys, basically where we ended off, were descending down the side of this bowl as smoothly as they can because they escaped the robots. And they were setting up camp to rest and recover because they've used up a lot of their spells. And while they did so, the center spire with this orbits of towers around it started getting lit up and did another giant white flash as the robots sang towards it. So, you guys are currently in this bubble, this dream bubble that Zippy used because he's the Circle of Dreams druid. Basically, the bubble is called the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. It's essentially just a protective bubble to let them rest up without any worry of being kind of spotted or detected easily. So, you guys just saw that white flash. Your eyes are getting adjusted to the light again, and you see all the robots way down in the valley. There's none on the side of the bowl where you are right now, but all the robots in the valley go back to doing their regular work as soon as the flash has ended. You can see they're scurrying about. You can see there's several buildings that they're going into around. They're not massive buildings, but they're just, huts and things. But there's a lot of robots down there, and the center tower is still quite a ways off, probably about an hour walk from where you are currently. So, what would you all like to do? You haven't rested yet. Do you want a short rest, long rest? What are you thinking?
Okay, yeah, I can roleplay that. I'll say, wow, that was a crazy light show. We can definitely talk about that in a bit, but I just gotta say, I would love it if we could take Tallman and Westboro, if we could take at least a short rest, but preferably a long one, just because I'm gonna cease being useful, because I'm almost out of spells.
Oh, a lot of the conflict has taken a lot out of me too. Actually, I'd probably appreciate a long rest. What time is it, DM? Like, can we see? Like, is it like the afternoon, evening?
It's evening. It's about 7 p.m.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose light soon. Anyway, do we want to just buckle down for a long rest and get an early start in the morning?
But what about our friend who's out there with the Robo Buddies?
I don't know. I don't know if there's much we can do for him right now. There's clearly something else going on there. He has some kind of connection with them. He was over talking with them all buddy. Currently at the moment I don't trust Leslie at all.
So we really don't care about him even though he's guided us this whole way? We're just gonna doze off here?
Westboro, I'm beginning to suspect that he was not guiding us at all. If anything, I think he was trying to bring us away from the mountain. I think he was trying to keep whatever is going on up here hidden from sight.
That's a huge amount of guessing there. That we don't know anything about that.
Well, he led us in the wrong direction at almost every opportunity he got. I corrected him on multiple occasions on the path up the mountain, so I wouldn't say it's completely unfounded, but maybe quick to assume.
He also tried to save us from them by telling them to stop in any way he could.
Yes.
That is true. But I think in any event, we are not going to be any use to anyone, including Leslie, if we're tapped out. I think it's imperative that we rest, otherwise we're not going to be able to survive any future encounters with these, what did you call them, Tarwan? These metallic beings.
Yes, they're Mechanos. They're from a completely different plane. They're not native to the Prime Plane at all. This is the second time I've seen, or heard at least, of massive groups of them crossing into a new plane. The last time it happened, in my memory, was in the Feywild, which ended up causing a massive conflict with a lot of people dead. So this is making me very nervous that we may have stumbled across something very big.
I say we rest, if it's up to me.
I just don't think it's right. I don't know.
Zippy, I understand your concern, but Peterson's got a point. If we go running off recklessly, and we're not even equipped or able to help Leslie, then we're all just going to end up worse off. We need to make sure that we're prepped and ready to go.
Okay, fine, but if something happens, I'm going to hold you two accountable, okay?
Oof. Okay.
I just want to remind everyone I'm still new. I'm still new to this party and the mechanics. I'm actually just following your leads, guys. But
okay.
I'll do my best. DM, I do want to do a check. I want to see, can I make sense of, if I can. Can I? Okay, I want to see if I can make sense of what the robots are doing down there. Like, I know we're a little closer now, but like, I know there's a center building, but are they like bringing resources to the building? Like you said, they're going in between houses. Are they carrying anything? Like, I'm just trying to discern what it is they're doing when they're moving around.
Sure. Make a perception check. And also, you get a +5 bonus to that when you're in this little bubble.
Huh. Okay. 21.
You see time itself. You can see them. You can see they're far off. You squint and use your natural goblin binoculars, which are your eyes, and and you can see they're moving around. They're not carrying crates or anything. You can see they're just pulling kind of carts, and with like tarps over them. You can't see from this distance what's in those, but they're just bringing them from place to place. You can see there is a larger kind of building off in the distance behind the tower that's kind of being constructed. It seems to be just another building that they're working on creating. And you can actually see some people dipping behind and down a bank of snow down there and there's like a long line of them going down in there, but there doesn't seem to be a visible building. You just see that there's a path off in the distance that they're kind of following down.
And when you say people, you still mean Mechanos, right?
Yes, sorry. I mean robos. Yeah,
they're people
not
too.
No flesh sacks here.
Just us.
Okay, I am going to point that out. I'm going to say, Westboro, Talwan, I do see behind this building there is some new construction going on, and there's a path that leads beyond, over the ridge. I'm not sure where it leads, but also in the morning might be something worth investigating.
Seth, in my kind of like training or history, would I have any idea kind of what these structures may be resembling at all?
Make a history check.
History check, yeah.
That's an 11 minus 1 for 10.
You know that Mechanos creatures don't normally create very visible stuff. Like the buildings that they made in the Feywild during the Mechanos War were not over the top. They weren't huge towers or anything. They usually try to build under the ground, so that's what you would know about that. But you don't know essentially what they would use those buildings for.
Okay. I'm just going to communicate that to the guys so I don't have to repeat it again.
Done. Transaction verified. Yeah, so Jabe, do you want to do anything?
No, I'm quite upset, DM, right now.
Whoa, what happened?
Oh, no. We're about to have a fourth wall conversation between Zippy and the DM.
Zippy talks to God.
I'm just worried about my friend, DM. Do you think you could throw him a couple dice his way?
You know what? Wait, one sec.
Zippy, my child.
The heavens part, the clouds open up, the snow starts falling, and a beam of light shines on Zippy.
Is that you, God of the Rabbits?
Yes. It's me. David.
You even shine your light all the way over here and not just over the bramble patch?
When you're as big as me, the whole world is your bramble patch.
Oh, I don't think that's true. I know you're just kidding because I know you love Bramble Patch most out of any other place.
I do. If the world is my bramble patch, but I do have a favorite child, if that makes sense. And it's you, Zippy.
Oh my goodness! Could you make sure to protect my friend? He's all the way over with these robo buddies up the hill.
It is done. Dice have been deuced onto Leslie. Per your request. Call on me. If you have any needs.
I will, Rabbit God.
And the heavens part, and the clouds close. and Darian and Peterson, you just see Zippy is just talking to himself, looking to the sky, and nothing happened.
Is that canon? What just happened?
Zippy's literally losing his mind.
like for real though. What are we saying just happened?
Delusions. Maybe he's tired. Anyways, do you guys want to sleep? You're doing a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Zippy, you're sleeping. Peterson, you're sleeping.
And I'm meditating.
Oh, yeah.
And you're meditating. Okay. You guys keep your fire, down a little bit. You've had your tent set up now. Are you all sleeping in the tent? Who's in the middle is what I want to ask.
I'm actually going to meditate just outside by the fire to kind of keep a light watch because we're protected by the shroud. So just want to keep a light
never
watch.
mind. Okay. So you're watching over. Peterson and Zippy go in the tent, and you all fall asleep. Zippy, yes, once again, we're doing a little dream thing. You are in the white space again, and you see, last time, if you recall, there was Paige, who's usually in here, and the black ball that was just bouncing. Now, when you get in here, there's Paige, and she's laughing and running around. It's like she's playing tag with the black ball, except it's a little different now. It has two stick-like legs and Mickey Mouse-like boots below it, but its body is still just an orb. So it's just like orb, legs, feet, that's it. And it's running around. And Paige is trying to catch it, and she's laughing, and she's like, "Get back here! Get back here!" Oh, Zippy! Zippy, you're here! Check it out, he's got legs!
I turn around.
Okay.
I don't want any part of this.
Zippy, look! Look! Zippy, it's doing a dance! Look! Behind, turn around! Look, it's doing a dance! It's real. Oh my! Now I can't even describe what it's doing!
I run up, I turn around, and I run over and I kick it.
You roll to attack.
What?
Just to hit. Like, just to hit.
Just a friendly little kick. That is 14.
Okay. You run up and you hit it, and you kick it right in the orb. And it goes falling over and goes bounce, bounce, bounce like it did before. But it falls on its back, so to speak. And it just bounces, and as it's lying on its back, it's just bouncing slightly. It's like whenever its orb touches the ground, it never stops bouncing. And you see the orb like kicks its legs up and comes standing up straight, and it just angry stomps towards you, and then it's kind of like tapping its foot at you angrily, and it's like tapping its foot, and if it had arms, they would be crossed and just like scowling at you.
Well, I'll assume it might have eyes because it can see in my direction and knows where I am. So I'm hoping it can see my feet, and so that's the only way I know how to communicate with it, because that's how it's communicating with me. And I cross my one foot in front of the other, and I point it downwards like in a, you know, like a leather jacket wearing, you know, oil slicked hair type guy.
A greaser.
Greaser.
You kick the the tip of your shoe kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Paige is just like, Zippy, why'd you do that? What are you doing?
Well,
Stop.
Paige, if you had the day that I had, and then all you wanted to do was sleep, just to take your mind off something, and then I wake up into this, you would probably do the same thing. Do you know how frustrated I am right now? And I usually have a high amount of patience, especially dealing with you. But I don't even know what I'm looking at, and I've seen a lot out there. And this is something else. Yes, I am one step away from kicking it again.
Don't. She gets in between you two, and she's like, "Don't hurt."
This won't stop me. I'll do it right through you.
Yes, I understand you would kick me in the face if you had a chance. But listen, he's not hurting anybody. It's fine. You shouldn't just take out your anger on others. I've learned that in my years. I'm quite wise for my age, you know, being 12 and all. I'm not 12, I'm sorry. I'm younger than that.
Zippy rolls his eyes and then pulls down his ears in front of his eyes and just is like,
I was not expecting that.
"Get me out of here, please."
Well, fine. You can have your hissy fit and pout over there. I'm going to go play with Legs. That's his name. And they go, Paige starts running off. It's like, Legs, come on. And the orb kind of looks at you. And it doesn't look at you, but it walks up to you, places its foot over your foot, and then arcs it back and kicks you in the nuts. What's your AC?
14.
Yeah, no. He hits her dead center, not off left or right, dead center. And you get...
This is a dream, so...
Yeah, but it feels real to you. You don't take any legit damage, but you feel the sharp sense of pain rush up your body, and then it runs away to join Paige.
I get on my knees, and I start crying. Yes, a very hard moment for Zippy. I don't think anyone's... Even when his finger got cut off, I don't think he cried.
Oh.
But it's not because of the pain. It's... Well, it is pain, but not physical.
Ooh.
It's emotional.
An emotional kick to the nuts.
I just want a night's rest.
And
But the DM won't allow that.
Oh.
and you wake up, and it's over. You may have been in that kneeling position for a while, but it's over now.
I wake up and I just run outside of the bubble and into the open air. I'm just, curse you!
Okay. Yeah, you're outside the tent just screaming into the ether. Darian, you've been on watch this whole time, and you've just seen there's been some pinions, the flying like scout drones that have gotten close, but none have actually recognized you or seen you guys yet. You've been concealed quite well. And there hasn't been too much strange activity. There hasn't even been another flash yet. So, Peterson, you're in the tent, and you wake up, and you look around, and you see in the tent, which Zippy neglected to see since he ran out, is this orb thing with 2 stick legs and Mickey Mouse-like shoes just standing there in the tent.
Mask down.
You bring your mask down, and it seems to be pretty magical, but it doesn't seem any like it doesn't give you any unique information besides that there is magic involved in this. Yes.
Okay, I will sit up, push my mask up, and say, salutations, Ball One, Bally One, hello. And I'm gonna I'm gonna quickly kind of stand up and edge myself towards the door.
Peterson, who are you talking to?
Help me! I'm just gonna run out of the tent.
What are you looking at? What the heck is this thing?
No, you run out of the tent, and as you run out, and Darian, you go to see what's in there. Since the spell ends when it's like the rest ends, of the Hearth of the moon and shadow stuff, the spell ends, the bubble ends, your concealment ends, and you look in the tent, and there is no orb anymore. So you didn't get a glimpse of it in time.
I saw something. There was... Here, look. And I use minor illusion to create its likeness and say, something that looked just like this, I swear.
What the heck is that? I've never seen anything like this before.
He was a baller. That's for sure.
Gross.
An orb.
I walk back into the tent after I just get all my anxiety and frustrations out.
You walk back in the tent, there's nothing. It's gone.
What's going on in here? Why are you all so frazzled?
Peterson just saw this really weird ball thing with stick legs. He made a little illusion of it to show me.
Look here, I'll do it again.
My eyes go wide. That's weird. Wow. You certainly have an imagination, Peterson.
You okay, Zip?
Insight check for sure. Can I?
So you can roll for that. What's your wisdom save DC kind of thing?
Like my DC?
I want Jacob to roll a wisdom save, and I want you to roll insight.
Okay.
Kind of like a competition.
I got a 12.
Well, my wisdom is +4, so...
He's a wise rabbit.
I am. I rolled an 18. What was
Dang
the
it.
+4?
Yeah, so Peterson, of course your gut feeling of thinking something's a little off will never go away, but yeah, you can't necessarily get a good read on Zippy, nor
Okay.
can anyone in the world. Ever. Not even the rabbit god David himself.
David.
Okay, continue.
Well, that's super weird. We should definitely just, I guess, keep an eye out on that moving forward. That's not any Mechanos being I've ever seen before, so it could be there's something else at play here. We just should keep an eye out.
So, what would you like to do next? It's daytime now. You can see a bit further and clearer, and you can see the towers haven't moved. They're still in the spot. There has been no flash from the center tower, as I said. There's still robots going around because robots never sleep because they're weird like that. And yeah, they're just going in and out of buildings. So what's your destination and how do you want to get there?
So there's a really big, center spire, right?
Yes.
Part of me feels like the video gamer in me is feeling like that's probably where we're supposed to go. I don't know.
I'll say that the surrounding orbiting towers are quite tall themselves. Some are even taller than it. They're just very thin towers, but they go up and down like you've seen when they're moving. So they adjust in height. But, yeah, the center one is clearly distinctive.
What's the closest tower to us right now? Would it be one of the perimeter ones, or would it be the center tower at this point?
It'd be one of the perimeter ones. It's still a little bit of a ways off because this is an incredibly large valley and circle of mountains. but you could get there, especially once you get down to the flat ground and you're not sliding anymore. You could get there in about 45 minutes.
Look, should we head to one of those perimeter spires and maybe try and get a better read of the situation? We could probably be there within the hour, and I could cast the Pass Without a Trace on us again to be relatively undetected.
Can't you just do your cool teleporty stuff and get us over there lickety split?
I'm pretty limited on distance right now. / have always been.
Well, that's a little disappointing, Darian. You need to kind of figure that out there. It's kind of your shtick.
Oh, sorry, Zip. I'll work on that.
Well, yes, I mean, we're all pulling our weight here.
So perimeter tower then? Or do we want to just go straight for the heart of it?
We'll follow you, Tuttle One. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're here for something you're after.
Fair point.
Yeah, Darian, what are you after?
Answers, mostly.
Blackjack?
That was very much like, yeah, what's
Bugs
up, Jack?
Bunny.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Bugs. Let's go. Let's. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us again, just so we have some good coverage because it's daylight. We're going through this valley, and we're gonna start heading towards the perimeter tower. And if we're walking for a minute, I do want to try and talk to Zip.
You guys cast it and you're descending down. There's still not very many robots around here. They're all kind of like down on the flat bottom of the bowl. But yeah, you do have time right now as you're kind of carefully making your way down the side here. So have your conversation.
Zip, I kind of fall back a little bit from Peterson.
So I'm leading the way, basically.
Yeah, just for the moment.
All right.
So,
Peterson on the lead.
Zip, are you all right? You came sprinting out of the tent screaming at the sky this morning. Are you okay?
Darian, I appreciate the gesture and you looking out for me right now. I feel like that really will help us get through today after we had a little bad encounter rather yesterday night. Are we okay after that?
Mostly. I just have a lot on my mind too, but I don't want to make this about me right now. I want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I just had a little bit of a nightmare there.
It seemed pretty dramatic for just a nightmare, though. If you're sure, I just want to make sure.
You can call it a night terror if you want.
Oh, I've heard of those. They're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's what happened. I'm not hiding anything from you, Darian. Are you hiding anything from me?
No, it's just...
Okay, if you're not, that's fine.
This is just really difficult for me right now, okay? I wasn't expecting to see anything like this up here, and in the past few weeks, I don't know. It's just being here has been kind of hard on my mind, is all. So I'm just a little on edge.
Darian, I get it. Maybe not to the full extent that you need me to or you want me to, but I get it. But the more you let us know and you let us in, our survivability goes skyrocketing way up. And you want us all to survive, right?
Of course. I don't want anyone else to die.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a simple little answer there. So, I need you to be honest with me, Darian.
Okay.
You need to let us know what's going on.
If you're thinking I'm hiding something about the Mechanos, I really don't know anything, if that's what you're fishing for.
Well, no, it's just you had a very strong reaction yesterday that would have made 5 men fall over on their knees, but your resilience showed through.
Yeah,
yeah, that was me.
Look, I just want to do everything I can to make sure you guys are safe. In the same way that you made sure that we were safe when you were still an eagle, which I haven't forgotten, by the way. So, let's just keep looking out for each other. And it's dangerous here, but I think we'll make it through. And we'll even try and find Leslie, too.
Okay, well, I appreciate you checking up on me there, Darian. That showed that You at least have a little bit of humanity there.
I'm an elf, but thanks.
You guys continue down the side of the mountain, and you're getting closer and closer, and you can see to the left of you, but 100 feet off, are some patrolling spurs, the same kind of just grunt ground Mechanos units that you fought before. Please make a stealth check.
So everybody gets a +10.
Okay.
On top of already
You're-
my stealth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, your stealth roll +10. And I needed that. Wow.
25, yo.
I got a 23. 23.
18.
Whoa, Terry.
It was a really bad roll.
Wait, sorry, what'd you get, Peterson?
25.
Okay, well, screw you guys too. You all roll quite high, and they're patrolling by. You guys all kind of stop in your tracks and kind of like go prone into the snow as they patrol by. And as they get closer and closer, you can hear them talking. No sights of a Ladrin. We must check the perimeter again.
Well, that's awkward.
And they say that as they just move by and stomp their way through. But they go past, you guys pick yourself up again, and you want to keep going forward, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little scared, but I think we can make it.
With heart and courage and David on our side, we can do anything.
And the power of friendship.
You guys continue going forward, and now you have reached the flat part of the valley. There are much more Mechanos creatures going in and out. You can see that some of the snow that just looked like mounds were just covering buildings because of the snow. So it's actually much more densely populated. It's like almost like city streets of like houses, like a town kind of thing, with Mechanos beings going into these weird steel doors and steel shacks and going in. You can hear chains being pulled in the distance, like they're just running through and pulling chains. You can hear some liquid and fire and steam around. You can actually tell that there's heat coming out of the doors, like there's that visible kind of wave. But you are kind of backed against the first shack that was here. And it's not as densely populated as the center part of the valley, but there's still lots of Mechanos beings walking back and forth and just doing their work. What would you like to do?
How far are we from one of the edge spires now?
It's kind of like there's little towns around in each kind of spots. So you, at the center of this kind of town is the perimeter tower. You would have to go down. It's kind of like streets now. It's very grid-like. So you are kind of on the outside of this grid square. So you could just head down the center street, end up in the center of this kind of square town, and find the perimeter tower. So it's about 10-minute walk.
Does it look like we could maybe still stealth our way through, or is it looking like pretty densely populated through that main road?
It's populated enough that pass without a trace could potentially fail, but you could try. Go for it. Actually, do it.
Oh, wait.
I'm not gonna give you advice, but essentially, you pass without a trace only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna stay here, you're probably gonna want something more of longevity for sneaking, or you could kill your way through. It's up to you.
Oh boy. Well, you said it was about 45 minutes to get here. It's about 10 minutes to the tower. So we'd still have a 5-minute buffer if we wanted to stealth our way through.
Yes.
Oh, man. I don't know
guys,
about this, man.
All right, we're in pretty deep. We got about another 15 minutes. I think we can definitely make it to the tower with the spell still active. Are you guys still in for this?
I'll do a sprint if you want.
Oh, it might be difficult to stealthily move when we're sprinting. I think if we're careful, we can make it in enough time. Peterson, are you still in?
I pull down my mask to hide my fear. I'm going to say, lead the way, tall one.
Okay, let's go. And we're going to stealth our way through.
You flip your hoods up, make sure you're all bundled up just to be safe, and you are going to start darting between buildings, I imagine, to kind of make your way there.
Yeah.
Everybody make one more stealth check for this.
That's a 33.
That's a 20.
17.
Okay. You all start making your way, darting between buildings, dodging the 2 or 3 Mechanos beings every now and then. You actually are starting to make pretty good progress, but you're in kind of the thick of it. And you see coming down the main, one of the streets between the shacks, you see this large kind of gorilla-like robot. It's different than the Spurs. It's bulkier and it has like just 2 large arms and kind of tiny legs, but it's kind of stomping its way down the street, and you can hear it talking to some Spurs, some of the littler infantry robots, and it says,
"Report. I've been looking for intruders. We've heard that there is a Fey being around here. We cannot let any of them get far. Have you seen anything?"
"What? No. I mean, no. What? I didn't get that message."
Robot
And he
size.
picks one of the Spurs up and just crushes it in his hands, and you can see as he releases, it's actually gone. Like, it's not there anymore, and you can see his arm is kind of moving like water, and his right arm gets a little bulkier. And the gorilla bot thing looks at the other Spur that's there, and it says,
"If you don't want to end up like him, keep an eye out. This is top priority. Drop every job and look for the Eladrin."
"Understood." And they part ways, and the bot is stomping its way past you guys and heads down the other way. For Darian, this is a helical Mechanos that you would recognize.
That's what I thought. I was, oh no.
So essentially, the word is starting to spread, as you can tell, but you guys continue to make your way forward, and you duck behind another shelter, and you can see about 20 feet off is the perimeter tower. You see it's made of steel, it's made of Mechanos stuff, and it goes quite tall, and you can see at the base of it, though, it's kind of like, it's like a subway tracks kind of. It's like rails that it seems to be on, but it's in kind of a circle, like it spreads out on the rails. So you see the tower arcs up. There's the floating levitating orb thing at the top, which is kind of out of sight. You can't get a good look at it, but you see there are no doors on this tower. It's not like you can enter this tower. And you can see between the rails that it's on, you can see down into the ground as you peer over and see that there's actual Mechanos people working underneath the ground in kind of a factory setting. So it's like, there's cracks in the earth that you can see down into.
It's like Lord of the Rings, where they're making all the little, like, orcs and Urukai there.
Almost exactly,
Isengard.
yeah.
In Isengard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Westboro, could you use your door handle to get inside that tower?
I mean, I could, but this place is a little scary. Are we sure we want to go inside there?
I feel more comfortable behind walls than out here in the open. Just an idea.
Darian, what do you think? I could get us in there lickety-split.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a peek. Let's open it.
Okay, I trust you. You're the one who knows best about these things.
You guys sneak up to this perimeter tower, and you can see, there's no real actual Mechanos creatures within 30 feet of you, which is nice. And you guys stealthily go up, and you want to use the door handle?
Yes, I put the door handle into the wall.
A magical door appears. I should mention this tower is a perfectly square too. It's not round. It's got very sharp corners, and it's just smooth kind of steel.
But DM,
Yes.
don't you think that if something's square, it has to be perfect? There's no such thing as an unperfect square.
Stop it.
Well, I'll tell you what, good sir. Well, these beings can actually make a perfect square. It's my fantasy world, you see. I can believe in perfection. Yeah. But you put the doorknob up to the wall, and it makes the outline of a door, and you open it. Swings open, and you can see inside. It's not a ridiculously large tower. It's about 15 feet in each direction. So you all can fit inside comfortably, but inside, there's flooring, but there's also just a ton of gears and steel gears. So you all kind of have to like crouch under and kind of move in. There's a small, slight staircase going up. It's very small, but it seems like the bulk of the inside of this tower is filled with just gears and things.
That would be like a good title show for these robots, and like if they had a sitcom, Gears and Things.
Gears and things. How it's made,
Guys, that was good.
Mechanos edition.
It was good.
So what would you like to do? You want to go in?
Yeah, I do.
If there's a staircase there and we can clearly walk in, then yes.
So you guys walk in. There's a bit of a footing. You kind of it's not like you're on a flat surface. You all kind of latch onto the small like singular step staircases.
Quick, close the door. Close the door.
Yeah, you want to close the door?
Oh yeah, I close the door and then I want to take the handle back.
Yeah. Okay. You got the handle back. Inside, so basically the spiral staircase goes up the sides and basically down the center, and sometimes on the walls are these gears that are unmoving currently. It's like a spire of gears in the middle of it. But it goes quite a bit down and quite a ways up. You can't really see the bottom or top of it because of, obstruction of visibility with the gears, and it's kind of packed inside. But where would you like to start moving? Up or down?
I want to go up, I think.
Okay.
Any objections?
No, Tunnel One.
No, that makes sense to me.
By the way, just to give you guys an idea, for these Mechanos creatures, they operate in, while we're kind of moving up the stairs, they're kind of grouped into tiers called gears. And there's gear 1, 2, 3, and 4. And most of the creatures we've encountered so far are gear 1, but that bulkier looking one, that helical, it's a gear 2. So it's much stronger than the other ones we've faced at this point.
Are you surprised to see it here? Does it mean anything foreboding?
Maybe. I mean, if we're starting to see higher ranks, we're clearly getting towards the center of whatever this is.
Oh no!
They do seem to be fixed on you, Tunnel One. They seem to be looking just for you now.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing they haven't forgot about the conflict either. I guess robots have pretty good memories, too.
It's almost like it humanizes them, Darian. It's like the struggle between your two kinds. It was real for both sides.
Maybe, but they came into our plane and killed our people, so...
Oh, yep. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad.
Yeah, so my sympathies are still rather small.
Ka-chunk! The gears in the center spire start spinning, and I'm gonna need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw right now on this little staircase as you feel the entire tower starts to move.
That's a 17. 11
Okay.
plus 6.
11 for me.
Yeah, I got an 11 as well.
Okay. Darian, you kind of brace yourself as you feel the entire structure shake as it seems like it's come to life and it's starting to move. And you brace yourself on the walls. Zippy and Peterson, you actually kind of stumble a little bit, but you catch yourself on the spinning gears and it kind of grinds your hands a little bit. You take 3 damage, but you manage to brace and hold on and push yourself back so that you can hold on to Darian. So you each just take 3 damage to your hands. But you feel the whole structure, like as you saw before, when things started to gear up, get it? The perimeter towers started to move up and down and they rotated around. And you can feel you're inside as it's starting to rotate. And it's going fast. And you guys are just whoa, like on a spinny whirly ride, like you know how on those Starship Fair rides you're stuck to the walls. That's how it feels right now because the speed is so incredible. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh no! Well, look who it is. It's me, your pal Jacob. Seth's gone this week. I decided I was going to do the mid-roll, and I'm also editing the episode this week. So if anything's wrong, feel free to just call Connor up. Connor will gladly take the blame. That guy is great for doing that. He's our fall guy. Anything bad happens, he knows he's the one walking the plank for sure. Anyways, this is our mid-roll. Seth gave me a couple bullet points here to go off of here. Just first, we want to thank you guys for continuing to support us. I know me personally, I'm loving doing this ever since Seth and Adam and Connor and I kind of came up with this whole idea and everything, and you guys just continue to just spur us on to do this every 2 weeks here. Just put some content out for you. We love doing it, and we just can't thank you guys enough for that. So if you're new, if you're been a continued listener, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Cheaper Dungeon, or on Instagram, Facebook. We're Cheaper by the Dungeon on all those platforms there. We love to just connect with you guys. You guys want to shout out to us, ask us questions, how we do anything, how we set up our mics, our systems, whatever you guys want. We are here to help you, and we'd love to just talk with you as well. So we also have a bit of a giveaway coming up in the next couple weeks. It's for a custom miniature. I don't know if you guys seen on our Instagram, Facebook, or any pictures we've had in the past of having these miniature giveaways. It's I don't think we've decided on which character we're doing yet, but we have one coming up, so keep an eye out for that. Again, look at any of our social platforms there, and you can feel free to put your name in for it. I think you just have to like the page of any of the pages that we posted on, and you guys can win a nice cool miniature that you can just put on your stand, or what have you, your car dashboard. That seems dangerous, but yeah, no, it'd be cool if you guys could check that out when that comes up shortly in a couple weeks. Again, what's also important is exposure for us. We've been doing this for a bit over a year and a half now since we started, and we love for you guys, whenever you have a moment, to either rate us or just tell your friends, whatever. We're going to keep doing this until you guys want us to stop. Maybe I don't know how you guys will take this episode, but no, it's a good one. We're going to be here for you guys until you want us to stop, but maybe even then we'll just keep pushing on. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us again this week and for joining me on the mid-roll. Again, my name's Jacob. I play Zippy Westboro here on this here show. And yeah, enjoy the next part of the episode. Thanks.
You guys are back, and you are spinning around a tower very fast. The G-force is pouring into your body as you are stuck to the walls with the gears spinning madly in the center of this tower. And you guys are just hanging on for dear life. What do you want to do? Darian!
I'm gonna look over and make sure that like Peterson and Zippy are as safe as they can be, basically.
I'm gonna say
Great, Darian. Thanks.
Well, I need to see what's happening to see if I can help. Like, I'm waiting for DM.
Well, yeah, they look like Zippy looks like he's gonna puke. Peterson, how are you doing?
well, I'm a...
Constitution saving throw on puke.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Wait, actually?
Just Peterson, yeah.
Why just me?
Because I'm in the midst of
Because
puking.
Zippy already voluntarily puked.
14.
A little dribble.
Ugh. There are no windows in here, right?
No windows.
Okay. I'm gonna say...
But you all have night vision and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say...
Dark vision.
Tall one, maybe throw the unmovable rod in the gears.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Darian! Oh my...
Harry, do it!
Oh gosh. I'm gonna pull out the immovable rod and really hope before I do anything it decides to stop on its own.
Maybe wait a few minutes, but if it keeps going...
Well, it's still going right now. Choose what you want to do, man.
It probably will just break the rod. It's not worth it. Just hold on a little bit longer.
So you're choosing not to use it?
Yeah.
Wow, pulls it out and then won't even use it.
Well, I think it's gonna just break. Like, I don't think it's actually gonna work.
It has like 3,000 pounds of resistance, right? Actually, that's a good point.
Actually.
It might shatter. I think it's 3,000 pounds, but with these gears moving a tower this big, that's a lot of pressure, actually.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna break the rod.
Good call, Tall One. But not a bad ripcord.
So you're not doing it. You're still spinning. Anything anybody wants to do?
This is like a merry-go-round situation, right? Like, there's...
If it was on crack, yeah.
Okay, so then if I start levitating with my magic carpet, like, I can stop spinning, right? And just be in place?
No, like if you pulled out your magic carpet, it couldn't fly as fast as you're spinning right now, so you would still be stuck to the wall.
So it's like that UFO at the fall fair.
Yeah.
Well, no, there would be
Essentially,
there wouldn't be everyone else would spin, but I would be standing and being in place.
Sorry, yeah, you can't do that because it's like it's on a track, right?
You'd be slammed against a wall, Zip, because the whole building
Yeah.
you couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, sorry, it's not like it's just spinning in place. It's spinning in distance. Yeah. So you're stuck to the wall like you would be in a starship's ride, but you couldn't just stand in the center of the starship ride like in this case.
Yeah, but the air isn't spinning. It's the force of like gravity, right?
Yeah, but you know, like if you toss a tennis ball up in a car,
Yeah.
the ball doesn't slam back. Oh.
It's essentially like you're in a NASCAR driving around a track, like a NASCAR track. So even if you're in the center
Yeah,
of
it's
the
not like
car, you would still be hitting the wall, right? Like if you were floating in the car, you wouldn't be able to
Actually,
just,
I don't know if
not
that's
move.
true, because if you toss a tennis ball up in
Like, it's not like what he's saying. No, what he's saying is it's not spinning like a top, so he'd be floating in the middle. He's saying the building is actually just
I know,
moving in a particular direction, but
Yeah, if you throw a ball up in the car, the ball doesn't go to the back of the car. It just goes up.
because
That's true.
all the energy inside is the same.
trying to think.
Which, when you think about physics, it's like, that is incredible. You should join. Everyone should listen to our third podcast, Physics and Gaming.
Three
So
idiots
good.
trying to comprehend physics.
I'm trying to think so hard right now. I'm like, would this work if you're just floating on your carpet?
Like, all it would do is just, like, not put stress on me. But, like, I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because...
If you're a physicist and you're listening to this and we get it wrong, I apologize. I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it slide and let this
There's
happen.
no such thing as
So that-
levitation, right? So like, physics don't necessarily work with that. Like, the only... Like, planes are constantly falling, right? And there's no such... But like, I think it should work. There's...
Okay, I'm going to say it works. Physicists, call in to our email us and tell me I'm wrong. If I screw this up, I will kill Zippy outright. Okay, so you are floating on your magic carpet. What's the magic word?
Alakazam!
Boom! It unfurls from your back. Or do you want it to just stay on your backpack and like drag you up kind of thing?
Yeah, I want that.
Okay, you're just floating by your backpack straps because your magic carpet's rolled up in a bundle at the top. And you're just floating there in air now, and you turn around and you can just see Darian and Peterson like glued to the wall.
Woo! Is there anything to search around while I'm doing this? Is there any, like, lever or...
There doesn't see like you could go up or down a ways, but you don't see any lever immediately around you.
Guys, looks like I can kind of explore a bit here. Should I do it, or what do you guys want me to do?
Sorry, I'm still hung up on all the physics of that.
Connor's not happy that I was able to pull this
I mean,
off.
are we...
No, it doesn't make... I'm thinking like a rocket ship taking off.
That's
like, if
because
you,
you're not floating in a rocket ship. You're attached to the rocket ship. I'm not attached to anything right now.
Listen, guys, let's just chalk
So-
this up to magic, okay?
There you go, yeah. Are we able
all right.
to still try to climb the stairs while pressed against the wall?
Yeah, you could like slide your way up.
I'm going to start doing that.
Okay.
But I'm
Darian, what about you?
Sure. I'll start climbing. It's fine.
Darian
The
can't
way I
comprehend
see
ma-
it is that, like, when you're levitating, gravity is just canceled, right? There's no gravity, and because there's no gravity,
Yeah, I guess-
around you, there's no way to be pulled anywhere, right?
Yeah, I guess it would really kind of fall to DM decision on that. Because I'm thinking if it's like magnetic and it's repelling, like you're still going to get pushed by the magnetic forces that are pushing
As you
you.
guys are debating physics, the tower all of a sudden comes to a screeching halt, negating all
Oh gosh.
physics weirdness that is happening. And you guys go slamming. It's like it stops so abruptly that you guys go flying at the other end of the walls on the other end of the tower. And you can't make a dex save because it's too fast and furious. You just take 4 damage right to your schnoz
Ow.
as you kind of pancake your body on the other opposite wall, and then slowly like drag down.
Sorry, just one last thing. I'm having this, like, we can cut this out. I'm just having this image of, like, the whole time, like, we're all being, like, pushed around, like, Zippy's floating there. And, like, Darian and Zippy are like, this doesn't make sense. Like, while we're still, like, spinning and freaking out, like, arguing physics while it's happening.
That's
It
awesome.
was just a
How are you
really
doing that?
fun
How are you
image of
doing
it.
that right now?
Okay,
Physics
sorry.
don't apply to me, bitch. That's my
Yeah, I
impression
feel
of Darian.
like if we're just embarrassing ourselves, or anyone who knows physics, like, actually, like, is listening to the podcast. Oh god.
I'm gonna title this
Look,
episode
I'm not a physicist,
"Bad
okay?
Physics."
For every action, there's a equal reaction.
Because now I'm
Um,
thinking, like, does the carpet have to be moving as fast as the like? But
That's
I guess,
what I was originally thinking, but at
But
this
it's not
point,
true, because, like, when you're in a car, that's not how that works. But
Oh, I think the physics would still apply because, like, let's say you're levitating in a, like, okay, gravity
Guys,
no longer
let's
applies.
finish the
but you still
episode
exist
and
in
then we
physical
can
Peterson
start.
has
space.
started making his
So
way
if
up
the tower
tower.
moves,
Wow, I got to
Peterson
the
has started
top by
making
now.
his way up the tower. He has
Okay.
realized he is just another cog in the universe that doesn't understand how it works. Somebody actually
Wait,
message us
can we-
the explanation. We'll probably keep hashing this out for days to come. But either way, Peterson, you're making your way up after being pancaked. You've had time to unstick yourself because of the physics talk. And you make your way up the tower. Zippy, are you gonna like fly up there alongside him? And Darian, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna start making my way
Okay.
up too.
So you guys are making your way up the tower now that it's come to a halt. The gears have stopped spinning. It feels kind of hot inside, actually. It feels like it's heated up a little bit. But you guys are making your way up the very narrow steps all the way up. And you notice there's a flat platform coming and that there's like a very narrow kind of entrance, like where you can exit the stairs and go onto a floor. But you hear little shocks from up there. And little like rotations and gears spinning. Not as intense as before, but you hear that coming from the floor above you.
More like a car
would you like to
factory, like kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Can I just peek through the hole? Like, not like actually stick my head out, but just kind of like look up kind of through it?
You look up through it and you can just notice some faint red glowing, but you don't actually see anything else other than the light that's shining from there.
Oh no. I kind of slowly peek my head up.
Scooby-Doo style, you all like kind of three poke your head up and you can see there's a little bot on a circular track around this new room, and it's just kind of rotating. It's a little bot. It just has the orb and two mechanical arms, but it seems like it's stuck to the wall on a track, and it's just zipping around and kind of moving up and down sometimes where the track allows it.
Like a library ladder,
and
right?
it's just kind of working. Sorry?
Like a library ladder?
Yeah, kind of like a library ladder.
Sick.
It's going up and down and sideways, and then its little arms are kind of shooting little electric bolts out onto this kind of main little power source. Like it seems like, you know those what are they called? Those balls that you put your hands on and then the sparks go to your hands?
Tesla.
The Tesla kind of coil orbs. Like there's one of those in the center of this room, and it's kind of like working on it. But it's kind of zipping around and doing that.
Okay, would I know, like, this is tricky because me as a player, I know that, okay, it looks like he's controlling something or managing some kind of interface, excuse me, but Peterson has never seen anything like this before. Does he understand, like, that's what it's doing?
You could probably, yeah, I would assume that Peterson could figure out that, you know, this guy's clearly doing something, either repair or controlling this orb, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Peterson, you've seen me drive the ship before. You said
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Mechanical stuff isn't so far out of your comprehension.
Okay.
So we're deep underground now.
No, we've got
Or
up.
we're
You can't
underground
tell.
now.
Oh.
You don't know if you've gone, you don't even know if you've gone up or down.
But like I can't see the sky. I can only see red.
Like the whole room is just encapsulated in steel, this perimeter tower, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna elbow Darian. I'm gonna say, should I shatter the orb?
I'm hesitant to do so because I have no idea if that's going to kill us if we do so.
You said there's
can
a
I-
person
we can-
like running the show here?
It's just a little robot that's actually like stuck in the wall. And it just has two little arms. Yeah.
I say we go talk to that little friend over there.
I mean, sure. I mean, we talk to him and it goes sour and we kill him, or we surprise attack and
maybe
we kill
you can
him,
talk
so
to him about your post-war grievances.
Well, wait a minute.
You know?
I would rather
Tell
not
one,
bring those
they
up.
obviously are looking for an Eladrin like you. I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, just what if we ruffle your hair and then maybe if you change colors, you might not be like as Eladrin as they maybe want you to be.
Do any of you guys have the ability to disguise people?
No, if only we knew someone who could do that. That would be such a beautiful thing.
So nice.
Here, I'll just wait here and listen, and you guys go talk to him, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, maybe just pretend you're a statue or something over there. Cover your
Sure.
ears.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I mean, at least the tips, so that you don't look super allogyny.
Oh, that's sure.
No, you
Okay.
can listen.
I guess.
Just cover your ears.
Oh, okay, I'll hold on to the tips.
All right, Dia, I'm gonna walk over with Peterson. If Peterson wants to come,
Yeah.
to this robot dude. And Peterson, you want to come with me, right?
Of course, Westboro. I'll pull down my mask and
Oh.
walk with him.
All right, let's work our magic here.
You guys strut your stuff and stroll up. Immediately, you are noticed, and the robot spins around the room and gets its orb right up in your face immediately. Like you're still one foot on the steps, and it like zips over to you and looks you in the eyes and says,
Intruder! Intruder!
I smash it.
Whoa.
We tried. Wow,
Well,
I don't think you're
I
close
was
enough,
gonna.
Darian.
Okay, is that?
Darian, you'd have to run past, but I'll give Peterson or Zippy the first move. If you can smash it after them.
If I start saying intruder, does anything happen?
Well, you got to do it.
Intruder.
Intruder! Intruder!
Intruder.
Intruder!
Intruder.
Intruder!
Intruder.
Okay.
Intruder! Intruder?
Oh,
Intruder. Intruder.
Intruder!
State your focus.
Intruders. What?
State your focus.
Eliminate intruders. Keep orb intact. But you're an intruder.
I cast Shatter.
And it starts its arms give a little lightning shock to you, Zippy.
Okay, the moment the
Can I
shock
smash
happened,
it now?
yeah, I cast Shatter on the orb.
You catch that? Okay.
But I'd like
Zippy,
to do it.
You still take 6 damage. Lightning kind of goes through your body, and you're like, "Zzz," like tased. And you cast Shatter. Go ahead.
Okay, I cast it, and it has to make the orb has to make a Constitution save. I don't know if it can.
Okay.
And then it's 3d8 damage.
Okay. Well, it failed.
Isn't there something about just physical objects or something for that one?
Well, it's like a cross, right? But
So that's 16 shatter damage.
okay. You cast it on the big orb in the room, and you see a crack goes up it, and it starts looking unstable, and the lightning is kind of arcing a little wildly inside, and the robot spins around the room to the crack, and it's like,
Orb sustained damage. Repair immediately. Repair immediately.
and it's trying to work on it, and it's trying to like use its hands to like smooth over the glass, but the crack starts to spread even more, and it bursts.
Yes!
Zippy and Peterson,
Crap.
please make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Intruder.
I feel like that could have gone somewhere.
It was starting to.
I just don't know enough robot lingo to carry on a conversation.
Zippy writes down in his book, intruder, my first words.
Well, I actually do have a plan.
Well, roll a dex save first.
I have 15.
Okay. Peterson, what'd you get?
14.
Okay. You both saved.
Yes.
But you both still take damage, half damage, so you take 8 damage.
Ooh.
you get shocked again. So Zippy, just after getting tased, gets shocked again, and you can see his skeleton flashing, his little rabbit skeleton. There's a lot of bones in his ears for some reason, and you're kind of like shocked. But you step down into the stairwell again, and you can just see the lightning is arcing wildly over the room. The base of this orb where the lightning was spurring from is just going wildly. And you can hear the whole charge up sound like you heard before from when all the towers shone their light at the center spire to create that big blast of light. You can hear that same sound of just like, and it's charging.
Zippy Peterson, get down here.
And you just hear the robot being like,
Critical damage! Critical damage!
Shit. And I'm running down the stairs.
you guys are running down the stairs, and you can just see the room above you. It like just flashes of bright light are like echoing down this whole chamber, and it's just flashing everywhere. It's like a strobe light. It's like a rave, and it's just arcing up there, and it's kind of spilling into the stairwell now slightly. It's just going wildly everywhere. And then you guys are just running down, and then you hear a blast, and the whole tower shakes, and you guys kind of fall down, but you grab onto the stairwells a little bit, or grab onto the center cogs because they're not spinning, and it settles. And you look up and you just see kind of like smoke coming from there, but nothing else.
Can I go back up into the room?
Yeah, you make your way back up, and you part through the smoke, and you can see, even though it's there's like lightning marks all over the walls and ceiling, you can see that the little mechanized drone thing is like flinching and like shaking. It looks really damaged, but it's like barely alive. And the center bit, the base of the Tesla orb, is still sparking slightly, but not as much.
Okay. Can I go over and finish him off with a thunder wave?
Yeah, boy.
Sure, go for it, Cass.
Like, I want like circuitry damage, not any physical damage. You know what I mean? Like
Thunderwave is like a shock wave.
Yeah.
It's like a force wave that claps out. It's not like lightning.
I mean, it's pretty helpless right now, so...
No, but I want him dead. But I want his body to be intact. Like, I know Thunderwave's like a shockwave, right? It's not gonna do any physical damage. Mostly just like...
Well, it is force. It is force
I mean?
damage.
Yeah, you can kill it. Basically, like, you could just outright kill. You don't have to roll to attack. It's so weak and defenseless right now. It's like 1 HP. You can just go up and kind of jab something in it.
No.
Like
I don't want to mess with its structure. I want to just kill it with like powers. I just gotta Thunderwave it.
Okay. Do it. You cast Thunderwave, and a boof. The smoke around the room like dissipates, and the robot just goes flying and hits the other wall, and then falls down. And the glass around its orb is shattered, but the inside is fine. But the orb red bit is done.
Okay. And now I'm gonna go over to the robot. I think we can probably use this guy.
In what way?
I don't know. I'm a pretty. Am I? What's the height of these things?
This thing is pretty small. Like it's honestly like the orb is the size of like a little smaller than a volleyball, and the arms aren't that long, so it's pretty small.
Darian, how does heat like work with these things? Is it pretty malleable when you heat it up?
Well, yeah, they're primarily made of metal. I mean, it's Mechanos metal, but you can...
Does it work well
Shape
with
it,
heat
use it.
though? Like, can I like change the shape of it with heat?
Probably the same way you could change the shape of any metal with heat, from my understanding.
Okay, well,
Unless
you don't
DM
have
wants
to
to
get
correct me.
smart with me, Darian. I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm sorry.
I will
I'm trying
say-
to just answer you.
Darian, you have a little bit of knowledge since you worked with Mechanos materials specifically to make your sword. So you know that heat does make it malleable as any heat would to any metal. However, the kind of liquid metal moving that it does is infused by kind of magic and power cores similar to the gems you use on your sword.
Would I know how to do that with like any Mechanos metal, or...
No. This is a zippy.
Well, but if I understood that, I can try and explain it to you.
Oh no. I'm gonna.
I don't want an explanation.
I'm gonna rough this up.
Okay. Yeah, just like any metal, if you heat it up, you can shape it.
All right. Well, this is gonna be a learning curve for me. All right. Do you guys have like 10 minutes, maybe?
I
think
really don't think we should stay here for 10 minutes.
Then this is gonna be a rush job.
Okay.
I pull out. I cast flaming sphere.
Oh my god.
Okay. A ball of fire is in the room.
I'm gonna go down the stairs, maybe like 20 steps, just to kind of keep an eye out, and I'm gonna be watching and listening for any approaching footsteps.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna heat up the whole robot.
Okay, it starts glowing red with heat because of the orb.
I'm gonna basically engulf it in this thing. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast control water,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna pull out some of the slime that I have in my bucket here.
The level slime?
Yeah. And I'm gonna start shaping and molding it with the corrosiveness and the coolness of the slime.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Okay.
I imagine some Mechanos will end up in the slime. It'll end up in my bucket. That'll be interesting. But
So you have a good chunk of this slime in your bucket. So you're controlling water from like almost liquid metal to kind of infuse it with the slime, essentially.
well, I'm just gonna like carve I'm gonna make a hat from the head and put on my head, and then I'm gonna cut the legs in half, tie them with rope so
You mean
that
the arms.
and the arms and everything, and I'm basically gonna cut the thing in half with the like cutting bread, just right down the middle, and then except for the head, so that like it's like an Iron Man like chest plate, legs on the front. They just can't see my backside because that'll be like bare. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a survival check. That's the best
damn.
one I got.
You
There's
can
no blacksmith check.
you can rule of cool this, but they're both concentration, just for the future.
Well, no, I heat up. It's only a minute for the
Oh, like you're
orb,
dropping the sphere and then trying to shape
and
it.
then doing
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay, cool.
This is actually
Have you ever
so
blacksmith
cool.
before in your life?
So you're basically trying to make armor from this thing, right?
Yeah, but like a makeshift. Like I'm not trying to take my time here.
With the slime and the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using the slime like almost like a knife, but also a cooling effect.
Okay.
You know?
That's so cool.
Make a survival check to see how well you can blacksmith makeshift this armor.
Well, survival is wisdom, and listeners, you know, I am a smart little bunny. Who could come up with this, right? So let's just hope I roll well.
While he rolls, Seth, can I just ask,
Yeah.
is Darian up at the top? Or Darian, are you up there?
I kind of came up after everything happened, but if you're gonna go scout things out and he's just doing this, I probably would go with you.
Okay, well, before you come back down, I'm going to say, Tarwan, if there's any shards of glass up there that look like they could become a cool knife, could you grab me one?
Sure. Okay.
There's lots of shards of glass. There's some that could be like, knife sized, but it's just, thick glass.
Yeah.
It doesn't look red, like it doesn't have any of the red property in it, or?
No red properties. It was see-through and clear.
I still like one.
I promise this isn't fake or anything, but I got an 18, but with +4 from survival, I got a 22.
So, no matter what, doing this, it's not going to look great. It's like, just because of the nature of how makeshift this all is, it's not going to look great.
I know,
when you're
DM, I
putting this
know.
armor on you. However, it's pretty good. It looks pretty good. Like it looks like you got some Mechanos and slime stuck onto you. Like you have the level stuff basically padding it. And yeah.
All right, so does it all fit?
Yeah, it fits. You got like some greaves, some shin guards. You got some arm braces, and you got like kind of a cuirass. But it's all very kind of like thin.
And
you
the
have,
hat.
and you have a little,
Which is his head.
A little almost yarmulke like hat. Because of material, like you're not fully covered because there's not enough here, but you got enough.
Darian, how do I look? Do I instill anger into you?
Not by your appearance, no. It's pretty impressive for what you did, though.
I mean, if we have the time, we might as well try and be sneaky with them. I think I'm getting their lingo down and everything too.
Oh, this is a disguise.
Intruders.
Okay.
See? All right, I think I'm ready to go. I should pretend you're prisoners. I'll stay in the front.
Okay. Let's
So we
just
have,
get out of here, please.
We have Tony Stark Zippy in his new Iron Man getup. So proud of his like the slime is pink and it's kind of seeping through slightly, so it's kind of seen. So you look very funny. But you guys make your way down, and Peterson, roll perception.
Okay. I got a 15.
Okay. You can hear the rustling and clanging of metal way down below in the tower, and you can sense some Mechanos beings are coming up the stairs.
Okay. We have company. There are Mechanos coming up the stairs. Should we use the doorknob?
I mean, we can try. I knew it was going to set something off. Quick, Zippy, grab the doorknob.
All right, I grab it.
You just slam it onto the wall.
Yeah, let's do that.
Magical door frame appears. You spread it open, and you just see snow and clouds, and you are extremely high up in the air right now. And you look down, and the tower has gone upwards, and you look out, and you just see lots of red lights circling the tower, as there are many of the Pinion drones circling to see why this tower is malfunctioning and why it's breaking. And they're all kind of scouting it out, and they see you, and all the drones kind of cluster together and are just looking at you, and they all say,
Intruder! Intruder! Eladrin spotted! Eladrin spotted!
Close the door, close the door, close the door!
Sorry,
yeah, I'll
wrong
close
room.
the door.
You close the door. You are about like 150, 200 feet up in the air, very, very tall. And you close the door.
We have to go down.
Yeah, I guess, let's get ready for a fight.
I'm already scampering. I'm going down the stairs, pull my mask down, and I'm ready to throw down.
I'm gonna try and reason with my new robot friends.
Oh wait, that's a better idea.
I start making my way down.
I hobble down.
You hobble down. So Zippy's in the back. You three are making your way down. You can hear and start seeing the red glow emit. It seems like there's a lot of Mechanos creatures coming up from the stairs. Also, you start noticing some of the drones are melding themselves in the wall. It's like the walls are kind of being liquidified, and the red orbs are peering through as their bodies are kind of melding with the metal. And you are just seeing the tower is starting to light up. What are you gonna do?
Start running, I guess. I don't like.
But run with me, but make it look like I have you, so that if they see a distance, that it looks like I have you contained.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like little red eyes popping all over the walls as you go down. They're just popping up here and there, and it's just filling the tower with red. It's all red light now, and you can see some spurs are on the stairs, and you can see them now. You're eye to eye, and Peterson, you're in front. Darian, you're behind him, and Zippy, you're in the back, hobbling down, clinking and clanging with your own metal gear. What do you want to do? They're right there, and they're saying,
No, I'm gonna start before they say anything.
"Oh, okay."
Threat contained. Eladrin captured.
Intruders found. Wait. Already captured.
Follow directive. Where to put Eladrin.
Please roll persuasion, and you better roll good.
Oh god.
If this, I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is a difficult check.
Okay.
And no, you don't really get advantage because you're wearing the armor. You get the privilege of even rolling for it because you're wearing the armor.
Gosh.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 7.
No.
There wasn't much I could do.
Eladrin, come with us. You are not Mechanos. Do not try to trick us.
What makes Mechanos Mechanos?
Oh no.
If I want to be Mechanos, I should be allowed.
No, it is a way of. You are not metal. I can clearly scan, and you are flesh.
You must be looking on the inside where my heart is. I may have a human heart, or rather a rabbit heart, but I feel like a Mechanos.
Darian visibly face palms.
How far are they away
That
from
is
us?
exactly why you cannot be Mechanos. I don't really see where you're coming from.
You cannot clearly tell me what makes a Mechanos, so what makes you a Mechanos and me not?
One comes from the back and moves his way forward and says,
Wait, I think I see where he's coming from. You see, it is more of a matter of the heart. It is more of a matter of the mind. Mechanos is inside here and here. It's everywhere.
I have both of those traits. If you allow me a chance, I won't disappoint. I have the Eladrin captured right here.
No, we will still capture you. I was just making a blanket statement. I was just trying to express your ideals. I'm still going to capture you, though.
How far are they from us?
And how many?
you can see the stairwell is full of about 12 of them, all in a single file, and they are about 10 feet down from you. Just like, you're on the stairs of one side and they're on the stairs at the bottom, so you got to go like around to kind of get to them.
Lightning bolts shooting a line. Zip, please tell me you took lightning today.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
Oh no.
We don't have to hurt you either.
What are our options? I am a robot. Mechanos. I deal in facts and options.
Another one moves its way to the front.
Hello, my name is Robot. I am trained in negotiation.
My name is Robot.
Negotiate.
Negotiate sequence initiated. Hello, what are your demands?
I want you to take us to your leader. We are clearly dangerous. We shattered your orb. That's something that you hold dear. We could easily
do
take all
hold
12
orb
of you
dear.
out, although I know that's not a big deal.
But we have many orb. My orb can be sacrificed for the greater orb. My demands, hear them out. I want to capture you without any orb damage. You should just come with us because you are clearly outnumbered.
Will you guarantee our safety if we come with you? Peacefully.
Another robot moves to the front.
Hello, I am Robot 2. I am trained in lying. Yes, we will guarantee your safety.
Fireball. Boom. A bunch of them are clumped up. I'm going to throw it
They are kind of.
20 feet back so it doesn't burn us. And
Okay.
into the center of mass, and I'm going to torch him.
Okay, torch him up.
Okay.
Felt like I was really getting somewhere there.
I was just gonna keep pulling a new one that was trained in something different.
I am trained in lying. Okay. 31 points of fire damage.
And they have to do
Dexterity
Constitution saves.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saves.
Spell save 16.
That's gonna hit about 8 of them. Okay, 6 saved.
Okay. So that means there's
But then
14 of them.
six didn't, eh? Because there's 12?
So it's only hitting 8 of them
Oh, right.
out of the 12.
right.
But 6 of them saved, so 2 did not. So what's the damage?
What did I say? 33.
31.
Okay. The 2 that didn't save just kind of explode and melt and fall down into the main shaft of the tower. The rest of them are still okay, but their orbs look damaged and their bodies are kind of red hot, but they're still holding on. And they say,
Negotiation over. Capture required. Force necessary. Turning force style to maximum power.
okay. They're coming up the stairs.
So seeing as combat broke out, I'm first, as a bonus action, going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself to increase movement, and I can't provoke attacks of opportunity. I'm going to use my free action to activate my switch with the steam gem, so you can see the steam start swirling and it transforms into more of the Buster Sword. And then I'm going to dash forward for just 2 regular hits with the Buster Sword form, but Zephyr Strike is currently charged.
Okay. You slot in your steam gem, and you notice it clicks, and that weird orb that was in the center starts to glow blue. And your sword, while normally transforms into a Buster Sword, it's melding and molding like Mechanos do, and it's becoming bigger than a Buster Sword, and it starts rounding out, and it's got kind of a guard, and your sword just kind of really expands, and you hear a voice come from the center orb in your switch sword.
Hey everybody, I am your favorite sword, the Switch.
Not by Nintendo.
I am ready to maim and murder for you, my master. I am a vessel for you. Thank you for
Waking me up.
Hey, Darian, that's pretty cool.
What the actual hell?
Oh, I know. It's a shock, but trust me, Master, I can murder and kill everything in this room. Just say the word!
Okay, help me kill the rest of the Mechanos in this room.
You got it, buddy. Let's engage back.
Boosters.
And you see your sword has transformed into a giant javelin with a big booster pack on the back, and you're holding it at your hip, and you can feel an ignition in the back. You've got a rocket javelin spear. And it's what? And it's charging up, and that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Holy crap.